Hi tribe, hello, happy Easter Monday. I hope you've been enjoying a really wonderful Easter. Today is day one of my Visibility Bootcamp 7-day challenge. This is something that I decided to do because I was having to think about, I wanted to do something free to support you guys in your, missions, in your goals for this year, to expand your reach, expand your impact. And visibility really is one of the most pivotal foundations to having a bigger impact and helping more people. And it's something that has been one of the biggest challenges that my private clients have come to me with as well, has been this piece of, I want to become more visible. I know I need to become more visible to reach more people, but I feel nervous. I'm not sure where to begin. I don't feel fully confident, and all that jazz. Hi Maria, how are you? What are you up to today? Joshua's here, by the way. Ta-da! Here he is. So he's joining in. He's listening and learning. Going to be locking the nuggets away for the future. So that's why I decided to do this challenge. I'm going to be going live each day. Each day I'm going to be sharing a different practical exercise that you can implement straight away, and that I recommend that you do implement straight away in order to improve your visibility. So first of all, I would love to hear from those of you who are here live. What are you hoping to get, and what are you excited about from this challenge? What are you hoping to get from this challenge, and what are you excited about? What really resonated with you when you saw me posting about this challenge? What made you think, yes, I need to take part in this challenge? Just let me know in the comments. Again, whether you're here live or you're here later, just let me know what resonated with you. What do you want to get from it? Now, one of the things that happens with visibility is so many people who have got massive value to give, because they haven't become really visible before, especially if you have been an employee or you're still an employee, and either you want to become more visible in order to rise up the ranks in terms of becoming more senior in the corporate world, or you have a new entrepreneurial business, or even an established one that has been ticking along nicely. You're happy with it, you love it, you know you're doing what you're meant to be doing, but you know that you need to become more visible if you want to reach more people. What happens a lot is that if you haven't practiced being visible before, if you've just kind of been in the rhythm of the day-to-day, fulfilling on serving your customers, serving your clients, and just focusing on being really good at that, and you've grown your business from that space, and you've grown your business maybe almost entirely from referrals, and referrals simply require you to be really good at serving your existing clients, and then they recommend people to you. So if you've been ticking along nicely on that kind of path, and then now you're recognizing, hang on, I want to actually reach more people, it can be a bit overwhelming to think about, okay, where do I start? And one of the biggest things that happens that I've noticed with my private clients is if you haven't done it before, you get really in your head about if you can do it. And this is really common with anything new. Whether you are riding a bike for the first time, or you are learning to swim for the first time, or you are looking at becoming more visible, you're launching a business for the first time, or you're learning to use a new technology platform, or you are looking at dating for the first time, or the first time in a long time. It's really, really common to go round and round in circles in your head. So the first thing that I really want you to know is if you're someone where right now you've got a lot of internal chatter about becoming more visible, and a lot of that chatter is not necessarily helpful. It's like, oh, well, you haven't done this before, so can you really do it? First thing I want you to know is that is totally, totally normal. And just because you're having thoughts that you haven't done it before, therefore, can you do it? Doesn't mean that you can't. Just because some of your internal dialogue is questioning yourself doesn't mean that you can't, doesn't mean you're not perfectly equipped to start becoming more visible now. There is no perfect time, there are no perfect conditions. There is not going to become some miraculous day where one day you wake up and you go, oh, yes, I feel totally confident and ready to become more visible. That's not going to happen. What I've noticed both with myself and my clients is that when you start practicing becoming more visible, you actually take practical action, become more visible, you gain your confidence from taking the action. The confidence doesn't kind of magically appear from nowhere and then you start taking the action. You take the action first and then the confidence comes from taking the action. This is really, really important, so I'm just going to repeat that again. The confidence comes from taking the action. You don't need to wait for the confidence to arrive. You take action, and then as you see the results of that action, you see that nothing bad happens, that actually you end up getting positive feedback when you show up more. That's where the confidence comes from, okay? And the more that you practice becoming visible, being visible, the more that it just becomes natural and you just do it without necessarily having to put an awful lot of conscious effort into it, okay? So that's the first thing that I want you to know before we begin. And so with that in mind, your first practical action to take today is to pick, hello, really sweet little girl walking past. So it's to pick one type of visibility. It might be posting your first blog post. It might be doing your first Facebook Live. If you've already done those things, it might be reaching out to a publication that you dream of being featured in to let them know, hey, I'd love to be featured in your publication. Here's my experience, here's my expertise, here's what I can talk about for your publication. Maybe it is reaching out, maybe you want to speak at an event, so maybe it's reaching out to the organizers of the event. Maybe it is doing some public speaking, and maybe it is practicing going along to your first Toastmasters or another similar kind of speaking group. Maybe it is getting your business cards printed for the first time, or getting new cards printed. Maybe it's getting some flyers printed and sharing those with some people, okay? Maybe it is writing a post on Facebook or on LinkedIn about what you're up to, sharing a bit of behind the scenes on what you're up to. So what I want you to do is to pick one thing, and if you need to rewind and listen to the examples I just gave, that's not an exhaustive list of examples, so you can pick something else if you want to. Pick one thing and do that thing today. So for example, you could go live in 15 minutes from now. Now, something that I recommend if you're looking at going on video and you're going on video for the first time, I recommend that you write out your intentions in terms of what you're going to cover. You write that out in long form, then you look at it for about 10-15 minutes, and then you summarize it in like 4 or 5 bullet points. Put those bullet points on a post-it and have that post-it close to the camera, so that just in case you experience any nerves, which are quite natural if you're new to video, just in case you experience any nerves, you can have your bullet points, your key points right there. And if you forget your trail of thought, don't worry, just say, oh, I forgot what I was going to say, and just look at your notes and it will return to you, okay? This is not about being perfect every time. If you want to be visible, you can't be worrying about being perfect every single time. Being perfect every single time isn't realistic. And if you're only willing to do something if you're going to be perfect, you're just hardly ever going to show up. You're going to show up a lot less of the time. And so the people who need to hear from you, the people who need to hear your message, they need to hear what you're up to. In order to make that decision to engage with you, they're going to miss out, and they're much more likely to not see your content at all. So you will miss out on the opportunity to impact them. So really, really important, if you have any perfectionist tendencies from the past, just to, it's not an overnight job to get rid of perfectionism, but just to be willing to start to release that grip a little bit. So you can think of perfectionism as like a really strong grip, and you can just start to release that grip. Just start to be willing to release that grip a little bit, and just to do something now before it's going to be completely perfect, and know that that's okay. So I would love for you to know, let me know in the comments, hi Dan, how are you? Let me know in the comments, what is the thing that you are going to commit to become, oh Baba! We've got a little munchkin here who was asleep a minute ago, and now he's just woken up. Hey, 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 hey! Hey, hey, hey! Hey, hey, hey! Oh, Baba. So let me know, what is the thing that you're going to commit to enhance your visibility this week? Oh, Baba. Okay, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks so much for being here. Joshua actually won't be with me for the other days of the boot camp. Just with me today because his nanny's on holiday. So yeah, excited to deliver the rest of this boot camp challenge to you. I'm excited for what it's going to make available to you. I know that there are so many of you with amazing things to offer, amazing expertise to offer, amazing services, amazing products to offer, and I really want to help you to get them out there into the world, to become more visible yourself, to help your business become more visible, so that you can reach more people, impact more people, and live your definitely life. So any questions, let me know in the comments. If there's someone you know who would benefit from being here, feel free to just send them the link to the group, or let them know that they can search for the Definitely tribe and request to join that way. And I will see you tomorrow.